What's up, YouTube? So before we get started with this video, on First Take, they're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers, DeMarcus Cousins, and how he just suffered another knee injury. So let's see what they have to say about him.
He just tweeted this. Lakers center DeMarcus Cousins has suffered a possible knee injury, will undergo further testing today in Los Angeles. League sources tell ESPN Cousins was working out in Las Vegas on Monday when he had to leave the court. Sources said he signed a one-year deal in July. Max, if he can't go, and if this is a serious knee injury, what type of impact does this have on the Lakers?
Not good. Not good at all, Molly.
Season.
Huge, and I'll tell you why. I totally agree with Stephen A. Even though there are teams that are deeper and who've played together more and may be better defensively and may shoot better, you can think of Utah, you can think of Denver, you can think of some others. I think in the end, when you have the kind of talent the Lakers and Clippers do, it's going to come down to an all-LA Western Conference Finals. Stephen A., I just was going on about Ty Lue, and maybe if Ty Lue had been the coach, I might think differently and put the Lakers ahead of the Clippers. But I have to admit, DeMarcus Cousins was an X factor. However you think he fits on that team, DeMarcus Cousins already came back from the injury that was supposed to change him forever, and even if it diminished him somewhat, usually when you come back from a catastrophic injury, a player to a lower extremity, that first season back, you're not quite the same. And then whatever level you're eventually going to reach, it's the following season. This was the following season. So we were going to see, can DeMarcus Cousins still perform at a consistent all-star level? And if he could have done that, or if he can do that, then at a certain point, you're like, boy, the Lakers are stacking the talent up too high. Maybe they just win the whole thing anyway. But if Cousins' body is breaking down, Stephen A., and he really is going to be a 15 to 18-minute contributor off the bench, while that's good, that's not Boogie Cousins on the Lakers. So I think this is a huge development for L.A.
Yeah, this is a huge letdown for the Lakers. Having Boogie go down like that, again with another terrible injury. I heard it's his ACL. So that right there is just, I don't even know what to say about that. I don't want to say this could really affect his career. This might be close to the end of his career, but this is not good. This is not good at all. Hopefully JaVale McGee will be able to step it up. I don't really have a problem with him because he put in work with the Golden State Warriors. And like I said, I don't know what's going on with the Golden State Warriors. Anybody that was a Golden State Warrior or is an ex-Golden State Warrior is tearing up their ACLs or is getting injured or something's going on. So I don't know what's happening in Golden State, but hope DeMarcus Cousins is able to come back from this like he's already came back, and just hope it's not the end of his career. So let's continue.
I respect the skill set of DeMarcus Cousins. He knows how to play, and he had a couple of good games in the NBA Finals. And despite the kind of truculent attitude he could have sometimes, the bottom line is this dude walked around averaging 28 and 12 when healthy. We have to remember that. Having said all of that, and I feel bad for him because his injuries have cost him in excess of $150 million. I'm just telling y'all right now, it's cost him in excess of $150 million. We've lamented what.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith, that's something you don't even want to think about. You do not even want to think about what you could have had. $150 million given up because of injuries. That's something that you could lose sleep over in the middle of the night. And that's you just can't even think of it that way. You just cannot think of it that way. But let's continue.
Isaiah Thomas lost because of his injury with the hip when he was in Boston and all of this other stuff. And now he's got a one-year deal in Washington. But when you look at DeMarcus Cousins, this brother's injuries have cost him $150 million. Having said all of that, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Not with this team, not with LeBron, not with Anthony Davis. And then you got a JaVale McGee who we keep sleeping on. He runs the floor well. He can finish at the basket. He's got good height, good size on him. Porous defensively at times. I get all of that. Not the girth that DeMarcus Cousins has available to him.
Better role man maybe than Boogie.
But he can be effective. But the Anthony Davis, the LeBron James combo offsets the significance of a potential loss to DeMarcus Cousins.